Okay. So the meeting's called to order at 4:31. Roll call, Sis,
Present.
Mary Slinker, she's excused. Perla,
Here.
Amy Rubio, she's excused. Mike,
Here.
Braden's not here yet. We'll put absent for right now. And then I am here. So there's 4 of us, so we can go ahead and do this meeting. And Mary is our recreation supervisor. She's also here as a guest and staff member. Did everyone read the minutes from last month?
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of minutes from last month, with Sis being gone and stuff, I need someone to do notes besides myself. Because Mary might not get everything that she needs to have. Perla, would you like to do that, please?
Yes.
All right. So, did you guys read those minutes? Anybody want to approve them?
I make a motion to approve.
Anybody second that?
I second it.
For a second. Everyone in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Also opposed, say same sign. Approved. All right. So then we want to do a discussion of the museum results. This, you want to take that and tell us what your thoughts are on that?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So at the meeting last month, instead of deciding to dissolve the organization, we elected a board of directors based on my kind of 2-year plan of how we might revive the museum. So we were able to continue with our business, and we are scheduled to have an open house on the 19th for the purpose of recruiting. And also kind of secretly, I want to honor the people that have been serving and that are not going to serve any longer. We will need to have a brief meeting at the end of all the excitement because the treasurer that we elected at the last meeting has turned in her resignation as of the 19th. And that she did that. I mean, I knew that was coming. So we have to recruit a new treasurer. Our bylaws require that we have a certain number of officers and members. So we just have to make sure we have that in order by the end. My plan is that I need to clean house at the museum. We have 27 irons that you sit on the stove. And that's only the beginning of stuff that we really don't need. So that's kind of my plan. My plan is maybe to even close the museum down, maybe even for 2 years, depending on how long it takes. That would also give the city time to be able to fulfill its promise to our attic and to some other repairs that need to be done around the building, and to finish the surveying so that we could have a fence around the area where the farm equipment is. But what I need is people, I'm saying, that are willing to give me 8 hours a month. And I also need some special skills. I need to have some people that have technical skills and people that have researching skills and people that are good at design for layouts for our displays. And what I'm hoping to see is that in this cleaning house, that what we have left is the history of Sunnyside based on people, events, and just the overall history, and not a collection of irons or other things. So what I have so far is this open house. And then in November, we're gonna have people give us contact information and, if they're willing to give us 8 hours a month. And then in November, I'm going to take them all through a review of what we've been through the last few years. And I'm going to show them what I'm talking about with stuff. And so we may take some different directions after people see that, because I don't have all the answers, but I just know that we can't do anything until we can get control on our inventory and know what it is that we're working with. My total vision is that we get it streamlined down to a point where when it's telling the story, that you can walk up to a beautiful display by somebody who really knows how to put it together. And it's a story of Ben Snipes. And we get it to where we can actually technically push a button and hear the whole Ben Snipes story, because that's how the younger generation is used to seeing things. They're not going to read that plaque on the wall, but they might be interested if they push the button and somebody reads it to them. The same thing with the Christian Cooperative and Walter Granger. I mean, there's lots of areas for us to look at. The museum does have some money. It was originally given to the museum to build a new building. I'm not willing to do a new building until we get this one under control. But I could see that might be something else for the future, that we have an addition or a special other area with another building. I just haven't quite thought it out that far. I am very excited because Sherry managed to get a hold of the counselors for the Key Club and for the Honor Society. So I'm hoping that there'll be some participation there. Just word on the street, somebody contacted me and said, hey, what can I do? So I'm going to meet with them on the 12th. And then the newspaper contacted me. And today I did a telephone interview with KIMA television. So the word is out. All I'm really trying to do is to put together a group of people that are willing to work, because what I would do after November is that every month we would have what we have to have in a meeting, but then we're going to have a work party, and we're going to take these things and decide what we're going to do with them. So I've been on that a little bit. We have a fantastic button collection. And so I contacted somebody about button collections, and they are there's actually, I think, like a museum or something, and they're gonna get back to me and take a look at our buttons. And my idea is I'm not going to throw stuff away. I want it to go places where it should go, and that's why I need people to do research. Because for example, do you guys know what a salt cellar is? A salt cellar is a antique dish that they used to use before we had salt and pepper shakers. We have a collection of those. I have no idea what the value is. I have no idea, what we could do with them. But we may decide, you know what, let's not get rid of those. Let's just store them for a while. And so I need people that are willing to help me store things, pack them up with the proper things to be able to contain them. So there's lots of work to be done. And that's why I think it might take 2 years. I know that sounds terrible, but it's almost like we could tease people with the idea that it's closed for 2 years, but I can't wait to see it when it opens. And if we really got all the work December, and if not a year from December, maybe we open it for the next year's season in June, or the latest would be 2 years from December. If it really starts coming together and people give me more and more ideas, I just don't want people to think that they have to be on the board or work with this thing like the people of the past, because that meant that they had to give up their summers, one or two weekends a month to be able to sit at the museum. And if we put this together right, we could make it even that it was a virtual museum. Again, more like what the kids of today want to see things. They could actually go through the museum and do it on the internet. Who knows? But that's kind of the direction I'm taking. I would talk to anybody who's willing to give me 8 hours, and I promise you, I will find something on my if you're not busy list for you to do.
Well,
Does that help?
when I talked to you, sis, on the phone about this, and you presented it and you gave me your vision on it, what came to mind for me was like the Sacagawea Historical Museum over at Sacagawea Park. I mean, because you walk into the building and you don't need a curator or anybody. They have a sign-in sheet where you put your name and where you're from. And they have cubicles with the TV screens in there with the history of Ben Snipes or the Columbia River, the Indian nations that was there, you know, and stuff like that. And it's all virtual and very informative. Yes, they do have some artifacts there, but not the way you guys are compacted in there right now.
Right.
So is that what you're really looking for?
And yeah, and actually it's really kind of serious because we have some beautiful cabinets in there, but if you go in and look at the museum, only half of them show anything off. The bottom of them is not a display purpose. So I'm thinking, you know, I might even get rid of all those cabinets. I might let's just kind of tear out the inside and start over again.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I say, I don't have all the ideas or all the answers. I'm just looking for people that might just hop on board with me, that whatever it takes to show the history of Sunnyside, we're going to try to do that.
Right. And I talked to Miss Darbyson and Miss Hatley this afternoon, because they were going to come to the meeting here today so they could hear what you have to offer and stuff and see what they could do. But they had family issues come up, so they weren't able to be here. So I kind of gave them the scenario of what you just said and about the comparison, like Sacagawea Park Historical Museum and stuff. And they said, okay, that they would definitely show up on the 19th to go to the open house with you and talk with you and see what the students can do. Because they have over 80 students that need tours and that need something to do.
Okay. Yeah, even if I had 10% of those, that would be great. So does anybody else have any questions or comments? I mean, like I say, I'm really not trying to run the show, but I do think it's going to work a little better if we hop on this train of cleaning things out. For example, we have so many textiles. We have clothes that, you know, they're not going to hold up. They need to be either stored or given to another museum or something, but they're sitting up in the dusty attic waiting for the city to repair the roof up there. And that's the kind of stuff I need help to decide what to do with it and taking care of it. Which is just really some labor, some hard, and I don't want you to think that we haven't been doing that. Over the years, we have, I can think of 3 times we have gone through the museum and tried to organize things. My last effort was every time we had a display, I put away what was in the display as a display so that we could just go pick it up and make another display if we wanted to. But that I'm at this point, I really don't think that, you know, all those Kodak cameras are going to tell the story of Sunnyside.
Right. I agree with you. And I think putting it, you know, virtual would be an awesome thing to do. I mean, I think it would probably last longer.
Yeah.
But then again, like you said, then you need to find someplace to put what you have someplace else, so it'll still be safe, still be usable. Yeah.
And there's some real interesting things if somebody was into research. One of the things that I thought we should feature is believe it or not, the Sun, the newspaper, because it's been around forever. And we have some old newspapers that are hysterical to read. And I would love to figure out how we could display them, because they'll talk about, you know, Mrs. So-and-so and what she was wearing and who, that she went to go see her sister in Yakima and, I
I
mean,
know there's processes that you can do with paper to store it and save it so it doesn't utilize or whatever, yeah.
right,
And same with the textiles, with your clothing and stuff.
yeah. So anyway, that's kind of where we're going. And like I say, I think that the biggest hurdle is having people understand that this is not going to happen overnight.
Yeah. Do you have a social media, a Facebook account for the museum?
Are you thinking like a Facebook page? Is that what you're asking me? Yes.
Is
Uh,
is this
I
being
haven't
shared
been
to
in
the
charge of
public?
it. I haven't been in charge of it, but I think I do have access to it, and that would be a really good resource. I
Yeah,
did put
maybe-
something up on it the other day.
Yeah, maybe I could go in there and do like a short clip video explaining to the public what is happening to the museum, what is needed from the community for the museum to keep it alive. And then see if maybe there's someone out there interested in volunteering, coming in, like you said, not be on the board, but to just help organize it. I think posting that on Facebook, I don't think a lot of people know that what's happening with the museum and how much
Right.
help you really need. So if we do like a mini 1 minute clip video, like this is what's happening, this is what we need, this is what we're our vision and our plan, and have the community share it, we might probably get people interested in coming in and helping clean it up, modernize it, get it up to speed, where maybe if we get enough help, it won't need to be shut down for 2 years.
Oh, yeah, true. I don't know. I'm feeling that might not be possible, but you're right. It could go faster than that.
You'd be surprised if the community sees a need. They are, I feel lately they've been prone to helping fill the need. So we can give it a shot. I can schedule
Absolutely.
a time with you. And I can go out there and that way you can post it on your end, and then we'll just ask the community to share it.
Okay, so I think that they are going to come out for the TV station on the 17th.
Okay.
On the
So we can see what we get out of that, or we
October
can get
17th or the 19th?
the 17th. They're
The
going to come
The 19th, I think, is the public,
Okay.
the open house.
because they wanted to get it on the news for the 19th. So,
Okay.
but you know, we can't let it die. That's what
Yeah.
the movement, the whole movement, we can't let it die. And the other thing is that we really probably need to somehow tell people how close we came to not having a museum.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we've been fighting this battle for all year. Of what should we do? I tried last year to have it open one Sunday a month, because people always said it's never open. And we were only open during the summer. But I said, okay, I'll try for a month, for once a month. And I saw it through for the 12 months. And I tried to have some special features at first. But, you know, people get tired and they get discouraged. And especially when you see our basement, you are going to know why I am hesitant and say it might take 2 years.
Well, it can't be any worse than the Parks and Rec basement was.
I know, but nobody's going to look at yours.
All right,
Okay.
so are we?
So does anybody, just right off the top of your head, does anybody have like a real, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's doing that? Or, you know, any real like ugly that I should be thinking about? Because I'm kind of got some blinders on here, and I might not be thinking of other people's reactions.
No, I think you're going on the right track. I
Mhm.
mean, I think we got you and you have a picture, a goal that you want to do. And I know the community would like to see it at the end.
Yeah.
We're all here to help. We'll make sure that, you know, we can stay in touch with the city. I've been in touch with Raul about the roof, but again, he says he hasn't heard anything yet about the engineering part. Cause I explained to him, if we get that done, if you guys can get that done, then they can utilize the attic again for storage.
Mhm.
So
And a
it's-
fence.
Yeah,
The
and a
fence
fence.
would be very good, especially
Yeah.
for Sunnyside.
Yeah.
Easy to fence in.
But yeah, I think overall, sis, I mean, everything's looking good and it sounds great. And we're here to help out.
Yes. So please, if
Yeah.
you need our help,
We're
let
here.
us know. Let us help you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so moving on. So the next item is for community members, which they're not here. And
Karen's.
Karen, I'm sorry.
So I did arrive late, but what was the beginning of that conversation? It was regarding the museum.
Yes.
Closing down maybe 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
So they're she's gonna have an open house on the 19th. And trying to recruit some people,
To help volunteer cleanup, organizers.
did you get a copy of?
I did. We're gonna need volunteers to, with special skills.
Okay.
so
So
like
we're
videos,
yeah.
like all the new technology stuff.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. So I'm a youth leader, for those of you who don't know. And I actually have a group of youth and they're always looking to serve the community for community service hours and for school. And this would be something that I'm willing to talk to them about. I have
Yeah.
8 kids.
Oh, yeah,
I have
perfect.
about 30 of them and they're all between the ages 15, 16, 17. I have 20-year-olds, 19, 18. They're a good group
Yeah.
and they've done so much help and they're really good together. So maybe I could bring them.
So,
along.
yeah.
be
bring
on
them
the
to
19th?
To the 19th, to the
Yeah.
open house, so you can talk to them.
Okay.
Miss Darbyson and Miss Atlee will also be there. And they've got like 80+ kids also. And, cause like I try to explain to him, she's looking for technology. But when she talked to me and explained to me her vision, what she's looking for is to make it like, have you been to Sacagawea Museum? It's a virtual museum.
No.
It is awesome. It's in Pasco. You walk, it's an older building and you walk in. You don't need a curator or anybody there to greet you or whatever. It has the information there. You have a sign-in sheet to say who you are and where you're from. And then it has cubicles. When each cubicle, there's a TV screen and the video automatically comes on and it tells you about the Columbia River, the Indians that were there, Lewis and Clark, and the area around there. And so you go into different cubicles for different information. And there's artifacts there. Not a lot, not a lot, but there's artifacts. And so it pertains to each cubicle. And it's very interesting. I mean, I easily spend an hour in there. Cause you could just sit there and it's like, wow, and that's what she needs the younger generation for, is the technology. After she gets everything all logged and what do I say, not just logged, but inventory.
Yeah.
And for someone to be able to put this together and put it live on Facebook, on the videos or whatever, YouTube, as she suggested at one point in time. And, so it's there, it's available. And then she can take what we have left over of the artifact and donate them to other museums or whatever that are willing to take them or can use them. Yeah.
That sounds cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So you said the 19th, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
it's
4
in your
p.m.
packet,
Okay.
so.
yeah, it's October 19th at 4 p.m.
Ms. Vargas, right? Last name, Karen?
Yeah, baskets.
That's that's close. Thank you. All right, anything else? Brady, thank you for getting me in touch with those things. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for your support.
Thank you.
Are you leaving us?
No,
Okay.
I'm just-
I'm like, wait a
I just
minute.
don't wanna hog your whole meeting, so.
All right, so, items for next meeting? What do we want to do? Oh, I know, I need to know, let you guys know. Okay, I did send out an email in September regarding Amy Rubio. She
Yes.
is like due any day. And I think her actual C-section was due for the 9th, so that's like Monday. And so she is going to be out until December, possibly January. And I told her, you know, with a new baby, winter. I personally told her, don't worry about it until January. And so I just wanna let you guys know that she's not gonna be here probably until the first of the year. And then Miss Mary Slinker, she called and she has some family issues going on also. And it sounds like she will also be absent until about the first of the year. Is everyone okay with that? I mean, we would definitely all need to come each time, otherwise we won't have a quorum and we won't have a meeting.
Yeah.
So,
We need to make a motion to
Okay.
okay this.
yes, go ahead.
I make a motion to excuse Amy and Miss Mary up to January.
I second that.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Approved. What else am I supposed to do here? All right, so Miss Mary, you want to tell us about what we got upcoming for?
What do we got going on?
Yes, please.
So what we have going on is the fall festival, the spooky fall festival. So we have that scheduled for October 31st. We've sent out emails. I've walked a few areas and dropped off flyers. We only have 12 booths signed up, so we need more.
Want to have 12?
12 so far from
So
like
far.
45, 40-ish.
I know, I got Lions
vendors that-
application in.
Yeah, that we submitted, so hopefully we'll
So
start having.
hopefully they'll start coming in. If not, we'll start pushing maybe some more.
Yeah, I'll start making
Yeah.
phone calls.
And
tomorrow.
I gave Tops an application. last week.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then I did go to McDonald's today. They gave us 200 fries.
Nice.
And then miners donated 2 coupons for a burger. So, yeah.
Good.
So is the city's website, are they pushing this on the city website and?
I have it up on the reader board.
I saw it on the.
And then I just sent over the Spanish one to Jackie, because I did a I translated it. So those should go up. It is on my website. As for the city one, I
don't know
don't
yet,
know.
but we can.
Well,
ask
But we
her.
do have it on the city website,
Mhm.
as the news as well, on this,
So I
City
was
of
gonna say, I
Sunnyside
saw it from
website.
somewhere, cause I already got them printed out.
So, and then, yeah, and grocery outlet is gonna help with, I didn't hand these out to you because not everyone has got back to me yet, but typically, that's not it. Typically, like, grocery outlet, will donate just to give us some candies. We go and try and get some sponsors just to, have something to go but purchase like the prizes if we don't get any donations for the prizes.
Mhm.
So that's what.
With this, I mean, is it authorized or okay to like? For all the schools, like to see if the teachers we can put these in each teacher's box. And then they can.
I gave it to
class.
Jessica and Ryan Maxwell was there as well. From there, I don't know what they do with
Cause
them.
last year I asked, I think I asked my daughter, that never came home saying.
Right, and
what
I
happened
don't
there.
typically think that they hand out anything
Okay, I
from,
didn't see
because
that.
it's not a school thing.
Function.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not like Outlook. Carnival
Yeah,
Yeah,
as our own.
right. But I did try and, Lynn from Grocery Outlet actually said that she's gonna help and print little ones and put them in the grocery bags as people are.
Nice.
So she's willing to, put the word out there as well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next one that I'm working on is the Thanksgiving meals that we do. Typically they were always $1, with everything going up a little bit. We decided just to go up $1. So this year will be 2, see how it see how it
Right.
goes. So I did do 2 flyers. Typically I normally get a good response from all these sponsors. I don't know if Safeway, typically they donate about 30 turkeys. Their donations change,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
well, the cost of turkey this year just cost is $2.52 a pound.
yeah.
Per turkey.
So I don't know how much they're gonna give.
Yeah.
I did speak with, again, Lynn, Grocery Outlet, and she said, when they come in, and depending on how many she gets in, we can discuss and see if maybe either she can donate, or if we can work something out where, if I buy one,
I
she
don't
donates.
see Fiesta Foods on there.
They typically don't donate
To the Thanksgiving.
to the Thanksgiving one.
So the question was.
Maybe we can ask, Costco, fill out their grant online.
Oh, yeah, we can do that as well.
with the shop.
So, yeah, and Key Club already said yes, that they will help out this year. Lions Club is in, and my next one is going to talk to Roger to see if he's still, but last year he told me he was in. To
so
continue to cook.
what's in the meal? I mean, when they come, what do they usually get?
So it's a turkey, mashed potatoes, corn or green beans, and gravy.
Dinner roll.
A dinner roll, and then they get a dessert. And then we have, if they eat in here in the gym and it's not a to-go, we provide like coffee, just
And who cooks all these turkeys?
Bombinos, Roger
Oh,
does.
right.
Right,
Yeah,
Roger
Roger
does.
does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Lions comes in and they get everything going, prepared the mashed potatoes, the gravy and all that stuff. They usually do the first, 2 to 4 hours or whatever and get things going up, so.
And then the help brings them out to the table.
And then the students normally are out here serving them. So, and then they get the to-go boxes.
The Sunnyside Senior Center gets the first 50 minutes.
Yes.
Now, is this like, can this be set up for like community hours too? Is that how you get the key?
Well, the Key Club, they've just been a part of it, so I just invite them every year. It's something
But
that
it's still
they,
part of their hours.
there's, yeah.
So you can still have it. part of
Mhm.
it.
I even asked them to, if they can send about 6 of them over to the senior center to mingle with the seniors and greet them and serve them and help set up and clean up and stuff. And if you'd like to send me a few people, please do.
I'm sure I'll.
Yeah. Actually, you can send me at least 2 right now.
So, but yeah, and that's what we got going on, here for the center.
What was the attendance last year roughly?
We sold out, so it was for 500 and, yeah, almost 600 meals.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was so glad when I came in and I talked to her because she had the number kind of low and I'm going like, you're gonna need more.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we're gonna need even more this year
I think
because
so.
the
Yeah.
community is coming out more. I mean, COVID, yeah, it's kind of coming back around a little bit or whatever, but it's actually kind of gone. So more people are coming out for more events. I mean, even like at the senior center, I've got things going on almost 7 days a week now. And I've got anywhere from 20 to 40 people in there a day. So it's actually coming about.
Well, and I
Yeah.
seen that, they used to do, is it silver sneakers or sneakers?
Yeah, they used to do that here, but I got senior yoga
At that time.
at the, yeah, at there, and it's free. So I have 6 to 9 ladies that come in, oh, and one gentleman, come in every Tuesday and Thursday morning.
Nice,
Oh,
okay.
cute.
Yeah, cause I was thinking of maybe opening it, since it's getting colder,
Mhm.
opening it up for that.
On the silver sneakers, there was a couple ladies, museum board, you probably know what I'm talking about. I guess I used to come and do this, but when Landon was here, he really kind of teed them up, and that's why they stopped coming.
Mm.
So
They don't-
getting them back in, I mean, hey, why not, if you can,
I was just gonna open
Yeah.
it up and be
Yeah.
like, hey, we're here.
yeah,
you
cause
know.
there's some people that wanna walk, I mean, they go and walk the mall,
Yeah.
in the morning and stuff, but.
So,
So since we have Mayor talking about these things, so what's going on for after school activities? Are you still having the gym open for the kids?
the gym's open till 4. Yep, and they do come. So, yeah, it's still open. Pickleball right now is gonna happen.
How's your
So-
soccer?
Soccer's going good,
And that's out of the.
and that's at Tina Knoth, so all 3 fields are being played every
Great.
Saturday,
That's
so,
great.
yeah. So far, everything's,
Yeah. Yeah, I really like those plans that Elizabeth showed us last
Tina,
month,
yeah.
those was good. It's great, it all comes together,
Yes.
and we have lots of people, in fact, the Honor Society and the Key Club, they are actually looking for a park or something of that nature that they can, I don't know, what you want to say, take over, but, come in and clean and keep up and help, put together if needs be or whatever. So if we can do that for somebody, to help them.
Yeah.
Cause like she said, she's got lots of kids and they need something to do and
Yeah.
they thought about, taking over a project.
and it would be good, we probably should set up a meeting up with her. Just to see if
Yeah.
they're gonna do it during school
I-
hours or after.
They are going to come, my understanding is at our next meeting on November 2nd.
Yeah, so. Just cause I know Mike had mentioned like the construction. Class, they don't leave the premises anymore, so I'm
Yeah,
wondering if
well,
honor
that's
society is allowed to.
From what they were telling me today,
Yeah.
yes, they do.
Oh, so, alright. So,
And all the parks been doing pretty good. There's no major problems or.
I mean, there's sometimes in the restrooms,
Oh, yeah.
but Mitch is,
That's that.
Mitch is taking care of those.
You can paint it graffiti in the morning and 2 hours later it's back again.
Yeah, so,
No
but,
shock there, huh?
Yeah,
yes,
What about the gazebo?
I went by the gazebo and nothing's been done. Ross sent me an email before our last meeting. He said that he would get it set up and get it repaired in the fall. Well, the fall is,
Yeah.
so I'm going to, I don't know if he works tomorrow because they work.
he's working
Oh,
tomorrow.
yes, okay. I'll make contact with him tomorrow and find out kind of where he's at on that. Yeah, I noticed it's still not done, so.
Yeah.
But he did say, it will be done and Shane prior to him been told Ralph that needs to get done and he was aware of it.
And just an FYI, Farmers Almanac said we're gonna get early snow,
Yeah,
and Mount Adams already got snow. Mount Adams got snow Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why you can see the horse up there.
So,
then a question for Mary is that, when, have you presented your budget yet to the city of your needs are for next year?
No, they haven't asked us yet.
Is it possible that when you get to that point, that maybe you would share what you're looking at to present to the city prior to presenting, so that at least maybe the board may have a little extra input that we may suggest or something that you can present. And then to kind of see where things, I know sometimes you present things and then you're lucky that you get the whole thing, and then sometimes they don't. You do get it, and then mid-year they said, oh, we can't do that, we gotta put it over here. So
Okay,
maybe if we just kind of get an idea of what it looks like, so then if we have any input or something we might want to add from the board, if that's fine.
Anything else? You guys are quiet over there.
No, I'm keeping up.
Any questions, suggestions? Perla?
no,
Are we on the next meeting items, or are we done with it?
Okay, so what next meeting items would you guys like to present or do?
I have had some students, kids that we know, have asked, why doesn't the park have things for kids that are like 10 and older? Like, for instance, and I asked them, well, what do you mean? And they go, well, downtown park at the pool only has little kid stuff to play with. And they have a skate park, but they don't have swings for us, for our age.
mhm,
They say that they can go, I believe Don Hughes has swings for older kids, I believe. And I think, I don't know if the one out by the golf course has facility things for the older kids, but you know, there is just nothing. And I don't know, I'm sure there's things online that what there is for certain ages. Upland Park, I think, has swings for older kids to play with. But it's
Okay,
just that
But swings, I mean, if you got 10 years and older, you got swings. I remember as being a kid, and I remember taking my kids. You got the older kids, they're wrapping those swings
I
around the
know,
pole and making them shorter.
and
you
that's
know?
what, you know, that's a possibility and a problem that we have, but maybe there's other items that, you know, we can look at that may be of the age for these kids, maybe not so much swings, but other things that we can,
Well, there's basketball hoops in most of them.
mhm.
that's, yeah, basketball.
The skate park.
Yes.
But yeah, and I, like I
Central
told them,
and
it's a skate, yeah, but some of these kids don't do that, they just wanna go and just, you know, or they'll bring, you know, they're with a family and their little brothers and sisters are playing with the little ones, but they just sit there and either be on their phone or read a book, but they were just asking, why don't you guys try to look at things for the park? So I just.
Well, and the parks are like, you know, the open space plan, it's going down each park, so, I don't know how long ago Central was taken care of. But if it needs to be looked at again, it's gonna be probably on the bottom of the,
Because there's other ones.
because there's, you know,
Yeah.
like Upland is next, you
Yeah.
know, so slowly we can start adding those to the budget.
I just wanted to bring this out so I can let them know.
So that way soon we can just
Yeah.
start adding.
Start looking at things, and it doesn't have to be swings. I mean, I pick swings because adults, I mean, the kids love
Yep.
swings.
No, totally
But I
understand.
know as they get.
But I mean,
older,
like,
they
yeah,
love to
looking at
climb
each
up.
park, we can look at that and make sure to,
Accommodating older.
up to
older
12
kids.
years old, you said?
I don't know, I would say,
10.
I would say 10 years and older. You know, I would say that would be the best bet, but I know the first thing I remember is, let's wrap these swings and then, you know, get higher.
Yeah,
And then, well, let's wrap them more, and nobody can play with them. Well,
yeah.
you know, and it's like, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that out to see what we could look at as we go on.
Yeah, because we are, you know, the city and everyone, you know, they are upgrading each park, but it takes so much money. And I'm sorry, with this last couple council meetings and people wondering where in the heck that money went, I don't know if they don't realize how much these improvements actually cost. But somebody is, yanking people's chains and just making it so rude. I'm just,
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, but we could like, going into like Upland, since that's the next park, we can look into what they're bringing in. 10 and 12-year-olds. It's also gonna just depend on space.
Well, yeah.
Do you want
Especially
to-
Upland.
Yes,
Upland's such a small.
and swings can go there. And we can put them for, there's, because they have.
Yeah, and
they-
there's swings there now.
Yes.
which I think they're fine. Because the kids can swing them, but then there's nothing for little ones.
Right, and then that's why that's why that one's getting a whole new,
Good, good.
Yeah.
Design, but yeah, we can definitely keep that, and I know swings was one to keep there, so. We're gonna do that, but yeah, and all the other parts, we can look into that and see what, it just will depend on space as well.
Let those younger know that patience.
Patience is a virtue.
Speaking of parks, any word or what on Denny Blank Park that we had talked about? Somebody was saying that about skate park.
Oh, yeah,
That's daybreak.
that's the Daybreak Rotary. What did Elizabeth say? I was in the,
Or maybe we can look, check, maybe for the next meeting, see what.
Yeah, see,
quiet.
Dinner time.
No, telling me it's meeting time, I'll get it should be over.
Maybe we'll just touch base as part of the next meeting to see what she found out on that.
Check it.
So you'll touch base with Elizabeth?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Sorry.
So what I have written is, for next meeting. Is to discuss, Mike's gonna talk to Raul about the gazebo. And Sherry's going to talk to Elizabeth about Denny Blaine Park.
Right.
Um,
Well, actually, it's gonna be regarding the skate park with the Rotary,
okay.
because I believe that's going to be,
Yeah.
but I just wanted to verify it. See where they're at and when it might happen.
With daybreak, okay, and then what else?
I'll give you an update on the museum.
yes,
And an update.
and we'll have an update for Alpha Festival.
Yes. That'd be awesome. And any other suggestions
Any other
for
things you guys wanna talk
the
about?
Thanksgiving meal coming up?
No,
And then about budget wise.
For budget?
oh, yeah.
Take these silly little notes that I put a word or two
Two.
and.
Nobody knows.
Mary wanted notes and I'm going like, oh, wow. Well, here, do what you
Yeah.
can.
My second-
Don't even know what it is.
Well, some of them, yeah.
Okay, so next meeting, go ahead, Sherry.
Okay, next meeting is Thursday, November 2nd,
Yay.
okay? 4:30 PM as normal. And the Honor and Key Club people should be here. They have it on their calendar already, is what they told me earlier this afternoon. And so again, we will need to have it here at the
Yeah.
community center, so we have a bigger space for everyone.
Do you want me to set it in the gym?
I think here would
You
be,
think it'll be enough
Yeah.
space with them? Okay.
How many people you think will be there?
well, we only have 4 or maybe 5 of us. And then we got Miss Hatley and Miss Darby. And we have other guests, that's 4 and 3, that's only 7. Or 8 people, but 8 people won't fit over
It'll be echoing.
Yeah.
I know Laura wants to start coming to the meetings, Laura Galman,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
so let's-
so she'll start attending. She couldn't make it today, but
Yeah, I'll be present.
Okay,
Okay.
so we might have 10 people,
We might have.
and just the way the tables are set, you know, we got,
We have them at the table.
Yeah,
Is
we
there
got-
more tables?
Oh, yeah, we
Oh,
have
yeah.
plenty.
It's just one
we
more.
can do a.
Maybe one more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just sit this way because it's. I'm gonna try and practice and see if maybe I can get it on
oh, yeah.
the TV.
There you go. We did it over there.
That's all hooked up though. So,
So FYI, the schools do post the flyer on the TVs, the monitors around the school and the hallways, probably the office, so. And, I'm waiting for Ryan to get back to me as far as, if we. If the school district is allowed to share flyers with the parents, then. I'll keep you guys posted with that. If it's allowed, then we'll send it off to the schools.
Okay.
I already sent him a copy in case they say yes.
yeah,
we will get the-
I have one more item. I know you guys probably may not know who he is, but we had a gentleman named Clarence Rosendale. Yeah, he worked for the city for many years under the Park and Recreation Department,
30 before you retired.
and he just passed away. So I don't know
Hmm.
how the city does it, and I chatted with Elizabeth once when Ed Ratter passed away, and, oh no, actually.
Is
it was
that
one of our-
Randy's dad?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I did hear about that.
And
83. Cancer.
wanted to know if we could look into or see what she says about maybe something from the Park and Rec department, since he was heavily involved with the Park and Rec.
Cause he worked for the city for 30+ years. And then when he did retire, he still came back for the next 7 years during the summertime and helped mow yards and stuff.
So seasonal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's something we can check into, or
Is there some way maybe we can do a bouquet or something?
no, that's kind of what I was thinking, and I don't know if the
Yeah.
city won't allow it. I mean, can we kick in something that somebody can get and say it's from the Park and Rec department, so at least.
I don't
If
know
it's-
if we can pay
Yeah,
that.
it would have to be
It has to
probably
be.
us pitching in here.
Which is fine, cause I don't, like I say, sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, that things go, you know, they send something out saying it's from
Right.
the city web.
I mean, we could get a card and all of us sign it and Mary and the.
The way things are touchy right now, I don't wanna have,
Yeah,
but maybe we can kick in just a little bit and
Yeah.
get a bouquet. And then get a card, well, his note, or, cemetery is gonna be an Outlook. Next week,
did they already get that
they
updated?
just, a little brief of that, it's still not fully dismissed, it's not fully. In there, but. They just wanted to get something, talk about it, to see if we can get
Right.
something. I don't wanna wait until November to get it done, I'd rather, the sooner we can get this put together
Mhm.
and then get it to them.
Yeah,
Yeah, it said grace
Mhm.
services will be held Wednesday, October 11th at 1 PM at Outlook Cemetery. I don't have anything on me. right
How much do you think we need to kick in?
now. Oh, how much? I haven't had to buy flowers for a long time. I was just thinking about buying flowers from my husband.
I mean,
They're all nice.
yeah, they're pretty pricey, a decent,
Yeah.
I mean, not going fancy or anything, like, you're looking at easily $50 just for a basic bouquet.
Yeah, and then
Uh-huh,
delivery and stuff, that's another 20-25 on that, so
yeah,
you're probably looking at an easy $100 bill, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I got 20 in my car, but you guys wanna do that? Cause it's coming up fast and we'd have to get with Morris Floral and get that ordered in.
They can deliver it to probably the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maria would be appreciative, I'm sure.
Is that what 20 should be? If we, I don't, sis, are you still there?
I am, yeah.
What are you, I mean, does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm following everything. Are we pitching in?
Well, I think at this stage of the game, we probably, I don't think we can go ask Elizabeth, because things are kind of hairy right now with things on
Yeah.
money wise and spending.
Right.
So I kind of thought maybe if we wanted to, we could pitch in, but it's totally up to the group.
And it would be from the Parks and Rec Commission. And we get a card and sign it that way. Each of our names on there. Are you okay with that? Did you want to donate to that?
I'll donate. Absolutely. So we just say somebody be in charge of doing it.
I'll do it.
I knew you'd say that.
He probably works with them the longest anyway.
Don't make me cry now.
So how much are we?
So if we each put in $20, that would be cool. When are you coming home, sis?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
No.
When are you coming home?
Well, when am I coming home? Not till Saturday,
Not till Saturday.
right? I have to do the Jack Cooper funeral service at my church on Saturday.
Okay. So
Um,
I can set it up with Mark at Mars Floral, that you'll bring in your $20 and whoever's here,
Awesome.
then you guys can just do that.
Yeah.
And I'll, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever we get in by that time that you have to deliver it, go with that
Yeah.
size.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you so much for doing that.
no problem. All right,
Thank you,
anything
everyone.
else, ladies and gents?
No.
Okay, so let's go ahead and adjourn this meeting. It is 5:29. We are right on time and we're doing great. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Bye, sis.
Thank you.
Bye.
Like, quiet.
Oh my God.
Did you